Right. This one's gonna be about support and resistance. Basic stuff. Now you wanna look at this support and resistance stuff before you get into liquidity, because it kind of like the liquidity kind of works off the support and resistance, because yeah, you'll have support and resistance levels that price is gonna look like it's pushing through, and support and resistance traders are gonna be looking for sells or buys. But if it pushes through, let's say it's support, and then price pushes through that resort, that traders are gonna look for sells when it comes back up to, or just straight away, they'll either look for sells or they'll wait for it to come back up, be resistance, and then look for sells. Now, when in reality, it's gonna respect these levels, but eventually it's gonna come down below and sweep liquidity of them lows on the support and fake out and make support and resistance traders think we're gonna go lower, and then yeah, it's gonna go straight back up the other way. Right. Now let me just show you a couple examples. Alright, we'll just here for example, as we can see, so look, price respected it there. I mean, when you really zoom in, respected it here, respected it here, and then eventually it's come back lower and it's pushed through. So this here is resistance, where the key level is above price. That's resistance here. Now you can see price come above, push through this resistance, come back and respect it. Now this becomes support. As you can see, these areas has all respected it. Also here, technically here, yeah. Now, what's price done? Price has come up, probably tapping into a higher time frame key level and pushed back through the support, and then coming back up, and then coming back up. I'm respecting this level as resistance. But as I was talking about, it can always be so clear. I mean, again, yeah. It's come up. It's respected it as resistance. It's now come lower. It's come all the way back up, and it has respected it again. It's pushed through it a bit, but it's still respected it. Support. And then again here. Now let me go for another example. I mean, even on the bigger, when you zoom out, it's still, because like even here really, this isn't the clearest example, but just because not everything, like when you're watching YouTube and like people teaching things, they try to get the clearest, most perfect examples, when in reality trading is far from that. Far from that. So I'm not gonna be that guy. So look, support, 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 and it's pushed down below. Resistance. Here it's come a little bit, yeah, a little bit messy as it does, and then but it has broke through second time, and this is also resistance. Like, do you get the picture? It's not just, you can't like, yeah, hold on, you can't just mark out one low. I mean, yeah, here's another one, but what I was trying to say is you can't just mark out one low or two lows next to each other and call that a key level. You have to, it's got to be respected multiple times. It has to be clear, obvious. Even if you can zoom out, you can see. It's like lines of symmetry, innit? You can see that it's, yeah, even as you go along. It hasn't managed to get much further than this key level. It's still, I'd count that as rejecting it. On a higher time frame, that would just be a liquidity sweeping liquidity. But I'm sure you don't know about that yet. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting ahead of the gun here, but as you can see, I have to point out, clear demonstration of AMD. The market, let me just teach you some spits I'm getting a bit early. I know you're only on support and resistance, but the market moves in 3 ways. It's doing one of 3 things. Technically 4 things, but 3 things. And that is, it consolidates where price is not in a trend. It's moving sideways. It's not got any direction to it. Yeah. Creating liquidity / stop losses under all these lows, this whole area, and above the whole area. So there's liquidity lying, there's liquidity money lying at these lows and these highs. Now just quickly, I've already spoke about it, just quickly, liquidity. The reason why liquidity is important in the market is if you have a bank that's trying to fill in an order of put billions, pounds, dollars in the market, and they're trying to buy, they need enough money. They need enough people in the market also selling. If no one's selling their orders or their pound or their dollar, then these banks and institutions, they're not going to be able to buy enough of like what they want to. So the market manipulates people, and the market will do this. It consolidates, leaving people's orders and money, stop losses, liquidity at lows and highs, above the consolidation and below the consolidation. And now, as you can see, price has consolidated. It has now come below, taking out the lows of the consolidation, manipulating, making the average trader think that price is now going to go lower because it has broke this zone of support. Do you get where I'm coming from? It has broke this zone of support. Tapping into, you haven't probably learnt this yet, but I'm going to do a video on it soon. You can go watch other videos, whatever. A fair value gap, which is a gap in price. You see this gap? It hasn't really got any wicks either side of it. Yeah, this is another zone of liquidity where price, when you have a gap that hasn't been tapped into, price is always going to come to that zone at some point. Full stop. I mean, unless it's right at the bottom of the fucking market 30 years ago, maybe not, but I'm sure one day it will. It's nothing, if something goes up so much, it's got to come back down at some point. But yeah, so price is consolidated, creating, people have put buys in here, loads of stop losses on buy orders. Price is manipulated down to the downside, tapping it into this other point of liquidity, a gap in price, a FVG, fair value gap, and then it has distributed to the upside. Then taken out the liquidity that is also lying above, and the liquidity of the people that have tried to sell here or short here because it has broke below this support zone. Okay? Faking out, making people sell more, and then doing a complete fucking opposite. It is simply consolidation, manipulation, distribution. This is how the market moves on every time frame, every day, day in, day out. You just have to spot it, be patient enough for it to play out clear enough, and then you work your strategy off that. Also, if you've watched ICT or you've heard of him, he has something called a model, like a 2022 model, buy model, sell models. It is literally how price consolidates, goes into a higher time frame key level, and then the 22 model is about going down to the lower time frame when it's tapped into this key zone, and basically getting entries and trades on the way back up out of this zone. I might be getting way too ahead of myself here, but if you can keep along and you know what I mean, it's making sense, then that's good. If not, come back to this video. Come back to the video until you understand, because yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Support and resistance is very important to know if you don't know it, because it is basically, it's like the foundations, building bricks. I mean, yeah, even here. So as we can see, this is a very strong. Now I can almost guarantee price is going to revisit this area. So if you can see price is going so high and it's starting to run out of momentum, you can start to look for sells back down to this area. But make sure you take profits aggressively before this area. But anyway, so as you can see, support, it has now pushed through and it's come back up to respect it. Resistance, and again resistance, and then again price has pushed up through this zone and come back down to respect it as support and then gone up. No, yeah. I mean, let me find another little example. I mean, even just here. I mean, you can, yeah. It's not too clear, this one, but trading isn't. So we can see that here, resistance. Here, resistance. It's come back lower. It has pushed through, and it's come back down for support. Really, I should be doing these different colours, but hopefully you lot have got the brains to understand what I'm saying. And now price has come up. It's come pushed back through. Respected it as resistance. Come back below, push back above support, and then again respected it, support, and yeah, it's gone. Now even here's not the clearest, but you've got now you could this is the clearer version, because the more amount of times it has been hit or rejected, the more significant it is, the more it matters in the market, and the least, obviously vice versa, the least it has, and the less it means anything. And also the higher time frame you're looking at in terms of this is obviously more significant, more likely to be respected. And yeah, now as I was saying, this is also technically one, because there, and it's come below resistance. If you can see, it's come below, it's come back up, hasn't pushed through, it's come back up and then gone lower. Same here, resistance come a little bit out, now it's pushed through. I mean, on a different time frame, you can see this candle here, it has pushed up above and it's come back, and this wick would be the support, because it's come up and it's come lower. It's wicked below, but it's still respected it and it's gone up. Now this one, you can see here, support, it's pushed through, resistance, and then it's pushed through, big push through, came back down to respect it again. Now, after watching this, maybe even watch it twice, or go replay it a little bit and watch some more, and then go on the chart and practice this and mark it out. Even message me examples so I can, like, you know what I mean, give you a bit of advice or whatever. Because until I've blown, make the most out of me. Trust me. Reach out to me while you can, because, boy, if you know, you know. I ain't doing this shit to get a little 100 views. I want to build a serious... The sky's the limit, and the sky ain't even the limit. Fucking, do you get what I'm saying? There's no limit to this shit. I do whatever I put my mind to. But anyway, yeah, I think that is it for today. And yeah, leave a little comment. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me, whatever. But yeah, safe.